ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome back to Farming Simulator 19 with me, here on the Estancia Lapacho map, and we're making a very early start to the day today, trying to get on top of all our fertilising, which we need to do. Second stage fertilising just needs to be done on field 1, then we're all good. Everything's looking pretty rosy at the moment. The animals are okay, I think. Yeah. Productivity. Need a bit of water, they need a bit of straw. They've produced a bit of manure, produced a bit of slurry. They could do with some total mixed ration, some hay and silage and stuff. We're doing alright. Obviously we've got horses to sell. Finance wise, yesterday we spent 70,000 on new vehicles, which was a trailer and obviously the silage compactor, which we used up at the biogas plant. I then spent £8,403 doing a bit of landscaping and terraforming. We've made £13,862 from a trailer load of milk. We got £167,563 from harvesting. And you may think, well, what did we harvest? And I'll show you in a moment what I harvested. And we also got 36,000. Oh, well, we got 34,000 today from the biogas plant. So, what have we been doing? Well, first of all, as we've got the trailer here, let's go and fill up the water on the sheep, the cows and the pigs, and then I'll show you what I've been doing between the end of the last video and today's. Now, again, like we've done the last couple of videos, go ahead and click that like button now before you forget, and feel free to leave any comments, questions, suggestions, feedback, anything at all like that down below in the comment section. And if you're not already doing so, please remember to go ahead and click that subscribe button, as that is a great way to stay notified of when I upload new content, and it also helps my channel to grow. I've lost one of the little green doodahs off my controller. I'll have to find that in a minute. The fun stick thingies. Right, we'll take this back. So that's all the water needed for the animals. I don't think the pigs have eaten enough yet to warrant me cleaning them. How's the sheep? They've got a couple of pallets we'll quickly take care of. I'm on the bale trailer, ready to pallet trailer, sorry, not the bale trailer. The bale trailer's around the other side. There we go. Right, so what was I doing off camera? I'll just quickly try and see if I can clean up these piggies. Probably won't let me. No, I didn't think it would. They've got too much food. So we can't do anything about them at the minute until they've eaten some stuff, which could take them a while because they had way more food than they actually needed after I'd sold a load. Cows ain't making too much of a mess. Anyway, this is what I was doing off of camera. We are down on between field 11 and 10, which, as you can see, is at the top of the map, near enough. These are the two little fields that I've purchased a while back, and we've had grass on this one that we've never done anything with. And you may recall I sowed barley onto field 11 at the end of the last video, or during the last video. So, but what I want to do is try and make these fields a bit more useful. So what I did, I went round with the brooks on the new fent and basically removed all the trees that offended me, which, as you can see, is quite a lot of trees. Nearly all the trees that offended me have been chopped down, made into wood chips and sold at the sawmill, hence that lovely profit we made the other evening of 167,000, was it yesterday? Yeah, £160,563 in wood chips alone from taking down the trees that were on my land. The problem is, I don't own any more of the land, which means I can't chop down the rest of the trees. Which is a little bit annoying. Because what I want to do, potentially, before this series is done, before we call it a day, as like one more project, ultimately, on this map, I would like to put in a field that goes along here. You know, another decent field that spans the width of this, nearly, pretty much, more or less. I think that would be an awesome thing, and then we could have, you know, something else growing on there, get another big bumper harvest. Good thing is I can chop down a few more little trees with this wood chipper. I was thinking as well today of buying some more cows, just to try and speed up their production a bit, because they don't reproduce very quickly, and if I've got to breed 20 of them for that achievement we need, I'm going to need a few more cows. It would also help me rack up the slurry and manure situation, get on top of that. A few more trees we could take down. What I've also got to be on the lookout for are flipping fake trees. Them horrible little fake trees that giants put in. That was why I had to do some terraforming, because they planted some and I couldn't get rid of them. And it's a bit annoying when they do that. Plant them fake trees. Because the only way to remove it, you have to end up terraforming the land to try and get down to where the stumps are. Otherwise your vehicles are going to miss bits when they're doing the field. So we're just going to get all the wood chips we can. This. Well, I've got the trailer on the back as well. Get rid of all the trees that are offending me. Must be all the trees. I think I've got most of them on this land. A couple that I need to get. And we've got Matey doing the fertilising, so he'll be finished soon enough. I need to drop this down. think that's about all the trees on this bit. I don't think there's any fake ones. I think I've been round. The only way I'll truly know is when I go around with the paintbrush to remove all these bushes, and then I'll get to see whether there's any trees hiding. But yeah, we get quite a good amount of wood chips out of this. We get like 225,000 litres this can hold between the actual cutter itself and the trailer. So I made a couple of trips backwards and forwards to the sawmill when we got full. I did kind of ruin the price though, because they did drop to, they only paid me 28,000 for the last delivery of chips. When I started I was getting double that, and I think I pretty much killed the prices delivering too many wood chips. But yeah, we're just going to chop down trees. That's all I'm going to do. Because we're waiting for crops to grow. Can't do any harvesting. The animals are well fed and taken care of at the minute. Like I say, unless I decide to go and buy myself some more cows. Make sure we've got all the chips. This is well, it's a fake tree, but it's not a fake tree. It's been grown. Yeah, I've just been chopping down trees, making myself useful, putting this new Fent to the test. It copes quite well. There we go. I'm not worried about a few trees down the edge of the roadway. Just thinking about the ones that are going to encroach onto where I'm likely to put my feed. A little fakish tree over here. Chop this down. This tool is such a good, useful tool. People who ain't interested too much in logging but want to get rid of trees, this is an ideal tool to do it with. Bumped on something then. That would usually indicate there is one of them fake trees there. I can't get to. Because of the way the flipping trailer works. We'll get it, we'll get it. Goodbye, fake tree. Yeah. See? Oh, watch out for them. They hide. done. Now I've got to remember I can only go so far because I don't own the land, apparently. But that's not to say it would stop me. Even though I don't own the land, apparently I can still chop the trees down with this. Which may be a crime. But I like to think that the farmer who owns this land might appreciate the fact that I've chopped down all these trees for free and given him a chance to plough it and put a field on it, which he hadn't done before. Cut down, so they shouldn't interfere. We shouldn't have any problems farming this field 10 and 11 now, because we've cut down the trees. Oh, I'm a naughty boy, I'm chopping down someone's trees. The game's complaining. I don't care, you can complain away all you like, game. I'm chopping them down, they're a nuisance. They give the birds somewhere to sit, which then fly down and eat my seed, my crop. So, any real farmer would get rid of them. Like I say, I had to terraform in this area because there was some of them fake trees, but they were buried that low that I couldn't actually get to them to remove them properly. So what I can do once we've done the barley harvest thing, it looks like we are ready to harvest actually. Ooh, harvest day. We'll take these and sell them, these wood chips, and then we'll come back, make a start. Check the train ain't coming. Ooh. Don't want to get flattened by the train, do we? So this should take us, well, this should maybe take us into 4,900,000 territory as far as our budget. Depends how much they're paying us. 4,900,000, that'll do. Do rather nicely. $33,000, so it's gone up in price since yesterday. That's interesting to know. Wait a few hours and the price goes back up. Obviously I'm going to have to invest in a big sum, because if I want to buy that field to do my plan, I need 466,000, which is a lot. Right, let's have a quick look then. So, what is ready to harvest? Everything. We've got 2 lots of soybeans, 2 lots of sunflowers, 2 lots of oat, and some canola. Best prices for everything today. This is going to work out what I use, what vehicles I use with what. Harbour's got the best price for soybeans. Bakery's got the best price for sunflowers. In which case, I'm probably going to want to unload the sunflowers with this then. So I might as well leave him here. Who's going to do sunflowers? Who's going to do regular crop? I think we'll let the ideal do the regular crop. Makes sense. Load him and fold him, should I say? Might as well put the corn header back on him then. Let the John Deere do the let the John Deere do the sunflowers, is what I'm trying to say, when I eventually get around to actually getting the words out. Okay people, so as you're probably aware by now, there is going to be a time-lapse speedy up bit for the next several moments, quite a lot of moments actually, because obviously the harvesting of all the crops, transporting of all the crops, the selling of all the crops does take rather a long time on all these fields. So again, I've had to do the time-lapse speedy up bit because otherwise this video would have been 2 hours and 40 minutes long, and I've tried my best to keep it to an hour. It is just slightly longer than an hour. I hope you're not going to complain too much about that. I've tried my best. But honestly, there comes a point where when you're trying to time-lapse the footage, if you increase the playback rate too much, it just becomes unbearably unwatchable. So there's a limit to how fast you can make the time-lapse. So please, don't hurt me. But we've got lots and lots of vehicles. Oh dear. Oh dear, I seem to have rolled over the Valtra. And because of the skinny narrow wheels, he can't right himself. He's just breakdancing. Oh. I have to right him. No, doesn't look like he's going to pick up somehow. I have to flip him back over by hand. Right. Let's get the horses sold. That's our first harvest of the day. Taking the horses down to market, getting them sold off, and getting some new ones purchased. Get our next batch of horses on the go, or on the grow, depending how you terminise it. Trained is probably the better word, isn't it? Getting our next batch of horses trained, ready for when we sell them. Go through here, unload them into the little thing, pick up the next lot. So we'll have 7 to sell this time, but 8 to bring back because of the odd number that the trailer transports. And the fact it takes 9 horses at a time. I'm sure whoever made this trailer could have either done it at 8, which would have made more sense, as the horse pen takes 16. You'd have had 2 even splits of horses, or I would have liked somebody to have come out with a trailer that transports 16 horses. I tried to modify Stevie's Silver Star animal trailer, but it didn't work. It completely glitched and broke out when I tried to add horses as a fill type to it in the description, the XML. Okay, this Valtra is annoying me now. I think the weights on the front are just far too big. I think that's the problem. They are so, I mean, 2.6 tons on that front end. It just causes them to roll and flip over when we go around corners. change direction. I might need to look at getting some lighter weights. Harvester stopped on the wrong side of the crops again. This is the bugbear of my life these days. I guarantee every time the harvester gets full, he's on the wrong side for unloading. Pipe's on the wrong side. John Deere's full too, so we'll take Bent to unload him. Again, he stopped with a pipe on the wrong side. I'm going to do this a bit different. I'm going to reverse him back. So obviously we started clearing out the trees at the start of the episode on around fields 11 and 10. Obviously we've got a bit more to do there before we are finished. Obviously I need to get that other bit of land purchased as well, so I can really clear it out along the top there. We're going to buy some new cows. Yeah, that's right. Some more cows added to our cow pen to hopefully increase our production, because the cows are a little bit slow at reproducing as well as producing. They're a little bit slow at producing this. I'm not so worried about the milk, if I'm quite honest. I've got more sort of eyes on the manure and slurry. I think long term that's probably more profitable than the milk. Just being able to sell that to the biogas plant. Oh, 114 cows now. That's a nice healthy increase. Like I say, we're trying to get the achievement where we breed 20 cows. Still trying to get the achievement to breed 30 sheep. And obviously the ultimate and final achievement is having that 10 million bank balance. I'm going to get some soybeans, more soybeans unloaded. I'm thinking today is going to be a good day harvest wise. I think we've got a good choice of crops, so everything looks to be at good prices. We haven't got the corn situation that we had the last time we harvested, where it just wasn't worth anything. Every crop today has got value. Soybeans, sunflowers, canola, even the oats. Even the oats are at good prices. So, and we're not limited really where we can sell it either. The prices seem to be consistent on all the three sell points: the bakery, the harbour, the transport company. So it's not like I'm going to be losing out when I take the crops to sell. Like obviously with the pace setter here, I've got to go to the harbour realistically to unload it, to sell it, because of how much it actually carries. Because obviously the transport company can only hold so much crop, but at least I'm not going to be like basically giving crop away, which I did in the last harvest with the corn, because I just got it. The trailer that obviously I'd loaded it into, this one, couldn't really take it to the bakery to get the better price, and I'd got way too much to be able to sell it to the transport company. Obviously doing the sunflowers of this trailer is going to be interesting because it doesn't hold as much as the pace setter, so I'm going to have to do a lot more trips to the stores to sell the crop, which could mean that we do maybe start to negatively impact the price a bit. I mean, once we've delivered a couple of trailer loads, normally the price starts to fall quite dramatically. And if we've still got a lot to harvest, we could end up screwing up our pricing. we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Okay, so let's see what this first trailer load gets us. £415,112. Really? For one trailer load of sunflowers, we got 415 grand. Holy smokes. Today is going to be a very profitable harvest day if that pricing stays. If that pricing doesn't tank and stays like that for the duration of this entire harvest, we're making serious bank today, people. Because 415,000, wow, that's definitely going to move us towards our 10 million goal. And we've still got the soybeans. The soybean experiment. How many soybeans are we going to get? Honestly, based on that price of the sunflowers, this could be a case of anything that ain't nailed down, I'm going to sell it. Today, to try and break our harvest record and set a record for the most money made in a single day. I've got the soybeans. Right, we'll move him over onto the next field, which is going to be the oats. So we've got a full load of soybeans pretty much, so we'll take those, get those sold. So we'll head down to the harbour, see what we get for our soybean sales, which will be very, very nice. One of the things I've noticed in the last couple of episodes, there seems to be some tweaks. Even though I'm not using the mod that adds the crop weights and stuff, I do notice that we get a little bit of momentum. It's very difficult to break this trailer and slow down for some of these sell points. I tend to overshoot a little bit. Okay, so that wasn't actually a full trailer load of soybeans, but we still got 481,000 for selling those. So, yeah, we've almost made $1 million from our first 2 trailers today. That's a good sign. That's encouraging. The days of being shortchanged by the sell points seem to be over, or look to be over, which is kind of nice. We may be just hitting everything right today. He's about to finish field 8. No, field 6. He's still on field 6. Really? Suppose he's got a lot to do, hasn't he? We'll start him on field 8 then, and we'll get this guy full and take him and empty him again. Didn't quite get full, which is a little bit of a shame. Right, get the loading wagon, because obviously we're going to have straw to sell as well. Like I say, if it ain't nailed down today, we're going to try and sell it. Because the prices just seem to be perfect for us to make some real money today and take a big leap towards our ultimate end goal. Or certainly provide me with enough finances to do a few more purchases of equipment and some more changes around the farm. And people are probably going to face palm at me saying that, going, no, come on, just get to the end of the series already. Hey, we're going to get to the end of the series, don't worry. And it's, you know, it's within touching distance. But why not have a little bit of fun still in these last few episodes? You know, if we're going to add some new vehicles to the farm and some new equipment, and Like I say, I would like to purchase that field and get rid of some trees. Then why not? Why not have some fun on the way? We've broke the back now. We're in the final 100 metres, if you like. Sprint to the line. You know, so many YouTubers have abandoned their Let's Plays and fallen by the wayside. I'm still here. We are going to complete this. And obviously it goes without saying that to everybody who has been watching the series throughout its duration, you know, thank you very much for showing your support to me as a creator here on YouTube. And, you know, I greatly appreciate it. Like I say, hopefully you'll continue to stick around to see what content I create in the future and going forward. Like I say, we've got plenty to go at, I think. Like I say, there are maps coming out for this game. I have got the test version of Stevie's Fenton Forest map. I've got that downloaded, which I will be testing and probably doing over on my Twitch channel. I'll be live streaming it over there, which will be a good chance for people to come check out the map, see what it's about, as well as obviously gives me a chance to really put some time into the map to see what errors there may be that need to be fed back and reported to Stevie for him to get sort of fixed and corrected before his final release. I mean, I know there are some errors with his map which he unfortunately can't resolve at this point in time because of issues with the Giants game and the Giants editor, which he requires updates from Giants before he can actually fix on the map. But with it being Stevie, you know the map is going to be awesome. It is of course only available to PC players, it's not available on consoles, and I don't think it will be available on consoles because Stevie doesn't release his maps via Giants Mod Hub. He only releases his mods via his own Facebook page at Farm Simulator Mods. So have a search on Facebook for Farm Simulator Mods, you'll find Stevie's page and you'll find all of Stevie's awesome mods. Many of his vehicle mods obviously I've been using in this series because he does a great job of fixing and tweaking and adjusting the majority of vehicles to make them a lot more usable and give them extra customization features and customizability. And as I say, he's now dropped his first map for Farming Simulator 19, or at least the test version. And from what I've seen of the map so far, having done a brief map tour video, which I will be editing and rendering and uploading fairly soon, if it's not already up by the time you're watching this video. It should be. But yeah, that is what it'll give you a chance to see what he's done on the map, and I'm liking it. It's got a nice bit of variety to it, I think, the map. It's got some nice big sort of rectangular even shaped fields for people who like that. There's some odd shaped fields which might be a little bit difficult for the AI to handle, but the players shouldn't have too much problems with it. They are fairly big and they don't have too much, they don't have any like silly stuff around them to collide with and make it difficult to farm and work. The map has got a massive area for people who are interested in forestry and doing like forestry and lumberjacking and that. Absolutely huge area. Unfortunately, the land is quite expensive to buy for that, but for anyone starting out in, say, start from scratch mode or farm manager mode, you will have the finances to buy that land. There are some expensive fields on the map, I'm not gonna lie, but what I love about the map is that Stevie gives you a great starting farm in new farmer mode, and he gives you a very well put together starting fleet of equipment, far better than any other map I've seen so far in FS19. He really has, you know, put the time and effort into giving you vehicles to do all the things you're going to need to do on a farm. He's not just copied and pasted the default starting equipment like so many modders and shown very little imagination. No, Stevie's got it thought out. I'm just a little bit disappointed when I started up in new farm mode. Despite having his mods enabled, I don't get the Stevie versions of all the vehicles, the default Giants versions. I'm not sure how Stevie could incorporate such a thing, whether it's even doable, but it would have been nice to have started with Stevie's tractors and trailers and tools and stuff. Give the cows some straw. Obviously now we've got 114 of them, we're going to need plenty of them. Give the pigs some straw as well. Carry on filling up. So there is that fine line between obviously trying to get the stuff to sell and obviously make the money, and at the same time we do need to keep some stuff back to obviously provide the animals with. The lovely balance that you have to strike in the game once you've got animals and things like that in place. So here we go anyway, selling off the about to sell off the last of the straw harvest. We've done quite well to make obviously the money and profit from that. Now we can go and concentrate on the main vehicles again. Obviously they've got the canola harvest going here, so we'll get him unloaded. Hopefully we'll get the full harvest in the pace setter. Then I can do one delivery run to the harbour with the oats and the canola, which would be very handy. Sunflowers is still going to take quite a long time. That's still going to take a lot of work to finish off because we don't have a very large trailer, unfortunately, unloading the sunflowers. I think if I was to do sunflowers again on those fields, in hindsight now, doing this after the event, I would probably set the pace setter onto the sunflower harvest. That would just give us that extra insurance that the price isn't going to drop between making deliveries. If we can deliver 240,000 litres in one go as opposed to 150,000 litres, we can protect ourselves against price drop. Not that it really matters now at this point in the series, because as I say, today we are making big money, and there's another 415,000. So that's our third delivery of sunflowers, and the price is still holding at this moment. That is incredible. I would normally expect after about 200,000 litres the price to start to go down, because that's kind of how the game's coded, I think it is. And then it takes about 48 hours for that cooldown to lift before the price will start to go back up again. That's a bit of an insider knowledge, under the hood stuff for you guys to be aware of. So the fact that the price hasn't dropped, despite the fact I've now delivered, what, 450,000 litres, that's pretty good going. Have a quick look at the manure situation, see if we can get a trailer load of this to get up to the biogas plant, which will again do us great help of getting us some more income from the biogas. There's a little bit in there, but not enough to worry about. The pigs I still can't clean up, unfortunately. Get a few more pallets of wool shifted. sure that's got plenty of water in it. The new cows need some attention. Right, he's nearly finished. We'll just pick up the bit that he missed. We'll empty him, then we can take him out of the way. He's done. No more need for the corn harvester. So we can take him back down to the farm, get him maybe power washed and put away. His work today is done. Oh, sunflowers, sunflowers, sunflowers. What are we going to do with the sunflowers? Don't have a massive amount. Perhaps put them in the silo? Or, better yet, empty the silo of what we've got, our overstock. Our rainy day fund. Might as well take another full trailer load to sell at this point. Again, part of my, if it's not nailed down, let's sell it strategy. If we're going to maximise today's harvest, we're going to do everything we can. And we can take advantage of these good prices. Like I say, another 415 grand, I'll take it. For what would be our 600,000 litres of sunflowers that we've delivered today. 600,000 litres of sunflowers, and we've got over 1.6 million for it. That's good going. Very good going. What we'll do is we'll take him back, arc him up, or we'll get some stuff to take care of the, we'll get some grass down to the cows, make sure their needs are all full. Again, slowly start to empty that hayloft. Get it emptied, we could sell it off. It's fulfilled its need. Wow, those cows ate 150,000 litres of grass. Really? That didn't fill them? Okay, here's the combine. He's finished. That's the canola harvest done. Position him a bit better. Done. Well, actually, he's full. Put a bit more in there. We'll utilise him. He'll take it and put it in the silo for us. And then we'll just take him up and do the barley field that we've got kicking. A little bit extra. Don't know really why I sowed barley on that field. It's not going to yield a massive amount. Would have been better off just leaving it with oilseed radish on for now. Until I can, as I say, get rid of the trees and then get the plough in and actually put in a proper decent sized field between 11, 10 and that other sort of waste area at the top. So there goes the oats and the canola. All nicely done. He's finished. We'll park him up. A few little sunflowers, we could tip them in the silo. Or better still, get another trailer load. Why not? The price is still good. Another 150,000 litres. That takes us up to 750,000 litres in total today. It brings us another 415,000. That'll be over 2 million just from that crop alone. Payday. Today is payday. I don't think I'll have a harvest like this again. This is just, everything's just, the stars have aligned perfectly. The prices, the choice of crops that I've got planted. You know, my next harvest could be an absolute disaster. Everything I grow could be worst possible price in the store. And what I'll have to try and remember, and I've said this several times throughout the series and I've yet to actually do it, so if I don't do it, please feel free to scream at me in the comments. But if I do the harvest and the prices are terrible, don't sell the crop. Store it, wait for another day when the prices are better, then sell it. We could, you know, hit our target very, very quickly with a bit of discipline in not letting the shop sell our crops for free. So he's done the barley. He hasn't really got a lot. Might as well go put it in the silo then, I guess. Is the best way of doing it. Run into an imaginary wall, which kind of blocks the harvester. And this has only been a case since the map update from Giants, where I had that issue. And it turns out it's because the tyre detail that they've got on the path, like the little tyre tracks, is actually higher than the terrain at that point, so it creates like a step. You've got to go in with the terrain tool and just raise the terrain height a little bit there. But anyway, we'll get the harvester washed and cleaned. Get both of them washed and cleaned. Get them stored. Header's pretty mucky. It's what I would expect, having done 2 massive fields of sunflowers. Yeah, coat ideal done as well. That's not actually looking that mucky. The header's looking worse for wear, but I haven't cleaned that for a while. I must also remember to put some diesel in the Agco. It's getting a bit low. So first spend of our profits today will be on fuel. Putting the fuel back in the harvesters. Also going to need maintenance. It's going to need repairing as well at the end of the day, because it's starting to look a bit worn on that meter in the bottom right hand corner. Anyway, we'll fill it with diesel. The fill trigger on this is a little bit not ideal. It could have been done with having a bigger trigger point on this mod. I'm not sure quite. I think this is the Giants. This is the one on the mod hub. Surprised Giants didn't make the trigger point a bit bigger, a bit easier to activate. Some of the vehicles have to get really, really close to it before you can fill them. I know there's another placeable as well for fuel, which looks more like the gas station pump. Someone's done that as a standalone. I haven't tried it yet in any of my games, so I don't know how well that functions. Park the Agco over here out of the way. We'll go back, get the John Deere. I don't know why my seeder and cultivator are so badly scoot width and messed up over there. Don't think I've hit them with anything. I don't recall hitting them with any vehicles. The John Deere header's not looking very clean, is it? The grass crop header, the normal header. Probably could have done with giving that a wash before I detached it. But yeah, someone's been messing around with my cultivator and my seeder, because that seeder was detached right behind the big bud 450. Who's been playing around on my farm while I've been busy harvesting? Who's been moving all my equipment? I don't know. Don't think we've got any other vehicles out anywhere now. But you can say that's definitely been moved, Law. Because I've got to reverse and reposition the big bud to be able to pick it up. So somebody's been messing and having a play around. With my tools. But as we come to the end of the day, or very close to the end of the day, we are looking very, very healthy in terms of our bank balance. This is the best we've ever been. And today's harvest is the best we've ever had. By quite a long way. And I do mean a long, long way. Are we going to sell any milk? Can we get a little bit more profit from the day? I think we can. So let's go and take the milk and get rid of that. I will at some point get a proper trailer for the milk, a bigger one, similar to the one we use with the Valtra for actually filling up the water, but I'll get a proper truck on it. This little 8,000 litre trailer can go back to being used just for watering the horses, and I can get a proper with a truck on that water trailer. You should be able to reverse it because it's fixed axle, so you should be able to reverse it okay into the bakery sell point, which gives me an alternative sell point to obviously the harbour. I'm kind of limited at the moment with this trailer in that I can only sell it at the harbour because I can't reverse it into the bakery. My inability to reverse these stupid swivelly axle trailers just means that I'm kind of forced to accept whatever price the harbour's offering. Whereas at least with a truck and the big trailer, I've got the option of going to the bakery if their pricing is better. And that's one of the things I quite like about having had a brief look at the Fenton Forest map by Stevie, test map. There are so many different sell points on that map. So many places and so many options for you to sell crops. You're not just getting pigeonholed into one or two locations like on this map where you've only literally got bakery, harbour, transport company. Only 3 places that accept stuff, so they kind of dictate the pricing. There are so many options on that custom map, and a lot of the custom maps do provide way more sell points than Giants, which give the player a lot more options when it comes to selling their crops for making and having the, you know, obviously the most efficient harvests. I notice this Mahinda doesn't have quite as much detail as the actual proper one. I don't quite know why that is. Why the person who's done this modified long bed version hasn't kind of brought across all the, you know, the textured details and finer point and elements of the mod. Why he's lost so much. But it functions for what I want it for, so I'm not too worried. It's very rare I use the in-cab view, but like I say, it's not the most detailed in-cab view ever, is it? No trains coming, thankfully. I didn't check. So let's go see. What we're going to do. Get some more milk. Get another trailer load. That could be quite good. And if you hear any music in the background, it's just because I forgot to move my end card and sequence in Vegas before I started recording this commentary, so it thinks I've reached the end of the video, and I haven't. I don't know whether my microphone picks that up or not. It shouldn't do. I've got the TV low enough. Right, I'm going to go sell the wall. We've got an advantage now. We've got that full trailer load. So if we sell the wall, we've made our probably last bit of profit for the day. Doubt there's anything else. There's the grass to mow and stuff, but I'm not going to do that now at this time of day. The grass can wait. I mean, I've got that load up at the biogas plant turning into silage already. Till I've got that cleared out, I can't really take any more up there. And perhaps I ought to get a proper big bin full. It's difficult because you can only process 50,000 litres of silage at a time at the biogas, which kind of makes it a bit awkward because you kind of have to sit there and just wait for it to, you know, churn through before you tip the next lot in. And with my trailer holding like 150,000 litres, that's sort of 3 tips that you got to kind of sit there and wait for it to process through, and it's not very quick. Where's the best price for wool? My own barn shop. Sell it direct, cut out the spinnery, sell it direct to the customers, and I'll make the most for it. And that's ideal. Saves me driving all the way across the map. Getting stuck in this massive queue of traffic. Nice to see the AI have all bunched up again. Everybody's commuting home after a long day, doing whatever they do for a living. Probably working the other farmers' fields. Let's go sell our wool pallets then. I'm not very good at this bit yet, working out the finer mechanics of unloading. I've got to try and remember to leave the straps on until I've put the pallets on the floor. If I start moving the bed, the pallets just stay where they are. With them strapped, they move with the bed. I can take them out, I can lower them down. When I take the straps off, they get sold. Doosh. There we go. All our pallets have sold. And that's the wool gone. Another good bit of harvesting there done. And there we are, folks, the end of a record-breaking harvest day. I want to thank you all for watching the video. I hope you've enjoyed it. And like I said at the start, if you'd want to leave a like, please do so now. Don't forget. If you've got any questions, comments, feedback or suggestions, put them in the comment section down below. And if you're not already doing so, go ahead and press that subscribe button. It really is important, probably the most important thing you can do for a YouTuber. As not only does it keep you informed of when we upload content and new videos for you to view and browse, but it helps our channels to grow, which helps YouTube recommend our videos to more viewers like yourself. So anyway, we'll go put this trailer back, and then that's it. That's it for today. Whew. I deserve a rest now. It's been a long day. Long day harvesting. Go put my feet up in the house. And then come back and do it all again tomorrow. Oh, you love this job though. You love the farm life. Never ends. There's always something that needs doing. There's always work to be done. Well, anyway, we'll go take this back, park him up with the other trailers and the loading wagon, and then that'll be it from me for today. So over the coming week, people who are followers of me on Twitch will probably notice I do some live streaming as I test out the Fenton Forest map by Stevie. If the streams are any good, I will upload them after the event here on the YouTube channel. But for now, from me, this is pretty much it. This is pretty much the end of the day. I'm going to get a nice screenshot ready for the thumbnail. If I haven't already peeked too early and posted the screenshot on the wrong video, which I think I may have done. But for now, from me, it's goodbye. And I'll see you all again very soon with a new upload.